Good afternoon, everyone. It's just Damian, just doing a future video, just doing an update video for 2024. I don't know if I'm going to post any more this week before New Year, but yeah, it's just an update on how things are progressing and what I want to do moving forward. I have been having a little bit of issues in that round certain things around my home and that about certain accounts being hacked and all that. I was on Date and Grinder the other week, one of the dating apps that I was on the other week. I did get some abuse and block back. I did get blocked and abuse back on there, and not blocked, but some abuse back. After that, I started getting hacked, and that my Sky stopped working, and other devices connected to the internet that were working as well. And I got life banned on a couple of apps, free dating apps. Free dating apps I got device banned off. And I'm like, I don't know what I've done because one of the apps, the app that triggered the blocking because they're under the same umbrella company or whatever, I think. They're all different apps but owned by the same company. But what had happened was I got matched with a lady from my local town, uh, and she had 24 hours to respond back to me, and I was waiting to hear back from her. Logged in on the tea time and it said I was bad. Message put a request into the operators of the sites, and you've been bad. You've been bad, and you've been bad, and we're not going into legally why you've been bad. We can't go into legally why you've been bad, and we can't go into legally why you've been bad in case it upsets or offends anyone. So I contacted other apps and that I was banned within them. I'd even got banned. Even got banned from an app that I hadn't even used before. So contacted a few other apps. One app said that I need to contact the people that have on the other apps and that. So one company sent me the same automatic email as what they usually send. We take ban violations very seriously. We take ban violations very seriously. We do this, we do that. But I know that I've done nothing wrong. I am looking for love in that, and I do go on regular. But I'm 33 genuine, and I've seen other accounts on there, on these apps, and that way you swipe through someone, and you can tell they're fake because you can be swiping through someone, and there's this account called Jess, for instance. I'm just making an example. You could see that there's this account called for someone called Jess, put pictures in that. Then you're swiping 2 or 3 pictures, or further forward, there's another account called Amy, Nikita, but they're still using the same photos as what Jess did, so you can tell that they're obviously fake. Most of them, these ones that do look like they're fake and that they look more like Asian race. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying they look more like Asian ethnicity, if that's the correct phrase. So yeah, the more ethnicity, if that's the correct phrase. So yeah, I've been emailing the companies and that, trying to explain. I think I've been hacked. This has happened before and that. So I rang the local police, and they told me Dandelion and Burdock bought it this morning. So, sorry, I ran the local police. They told me that I've obviously done something wrong and that kind of thing. And told me to ring some other organisations as well. They told me to ring a couple of organisations as well. However, the organisations that I'd rang, I told me to contact the police, get a crime reference number. You need to get a crime reference number and incident number and that. So I'd rang the police again, said, look, I need a crime reference number and that. People think I've been hacked. I need a crime reference number in order for them to look into it properly. Then the police were getting a bit abrupt. How can you know for sure you've been hacked? You need to clarify if you've been hacked at first before you get a crime reference number or whatever. So this has happened before. It's happened several years back. Uh, Several years back, I got blocked and got abuse on this site, and the lady that I messaged said, I asked her something, but she took offence by it. I wasn't even being rude or anything, but she said you'd pay. She said to me you'd pay. She said to me you'd pay, and then it like all has happened before. Not didn't that happen to the extent this time. I think I've called it soon enough. But back then, I had takeaways getting ordered regular. Someone had created a fake takeaway account. Someone had created a fake Just Eat account and kept getting takeaways and that ordered for me. And other sites had got banned off as well. I got banned off one and I got banned off another. I said to them, look, to the people that run the site, so I get blocked, I get abused back, and I get abused back and blocked by this person, and I get abuse off this person and hate crime starting, and I'm the one that's been blocked or banned, and it's like we can't go into details of why you're being bad and that kind of thing. So yeah, I believe it's did think at the time it was because I was creating regular accounts and that. But the reason why I had to create regular accounts and that is because the police had said because I've been a victim of hate crime and that in the past to keep my accounts and that updated and that kind of thing. But no one wants to know. So I've managed to. I've got two phones on contract, and I took out another one a couple of years ago because something similar had happened, and something similar had happened, so I've got another phone on a different device ID. So now I've got three phones because I've got three phones, and that just I had to buy another phone last week because to try to overcome this thing. I don't know why I don't know why I took out another contract because the second phone that I had, I was only using it for receiving texts and that as well. But I was told at the time that I'd be better off getting a contract, something cheap on contracts, and paying it monthly uh, because of the way pay as you go works now. You can't just have a pay as you go SIM card and not chop it up when you need it. It's like I just wanted the SIM card to be able to receive and text and that, but they said they can't do it now. So I bought another phone last week, and not as good as my second one. Lady's case. I know that I've got confused about sexuality and gender, but the case was the only one they had in anyway, but it's a Samsung. It's a Samsung, so I bought that, and I've took out a SIM card. I bought a SIM card for £1 to go in it just to try to get it activated, but I've let EE know that I'll only be using it to make and receive texts. So there's that. So I've managed. I didn't set anything up properly in that until Saturday because I had to wait till the modem came. So I changed the device ID. So I've changed the device ID on certain things and the IP address as well. So I did contact Virgin and said that I know that I've been hacked. I've got a crime incident number, and I've got a crime incident number and that, and they wanted to set me up for a service with Gadget Care, and they wanted me to pay uh uh so much a month and that towards it, about £9 or £10 a month for Gadget Care and that. And I'm like, I know how to use my gadgets and that. I need a new IP address. The only way that they're going to solve that is with the router, and I've been told to change the router and that as well. So I hung up, rang back, got through to a British guy. I can't remember if he was English or Scottish, but he's managed to put my old super hub down as being faulty, and he's managed to put my old super hub down as being faulty, and I've got a new one anyway now, so I've got that sorted. And yeah, I'm moving forward in that. I started going to church and that on New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. I've been saying for years that I've been saying for years and that I'll be going to mass, that I want to go to mass and that, to see what it's like. My mum said that uh, my mum said that I shouldn't be going to church to help with my mental health and that, like with intrusive thoughts and feelings. And I'm like, I don't know why she's brought that up, because I'm not going into detail what they are or anything, but I don't know why she's brought that up, because I had no intention of going to church for them reasons. To be honest with you, I went on Christmas Eve because I've been saying for years and that I'm going to go to mass, and I've been wanting to go for years, and I've never gone around to doing it, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it that much. I went on Christmas Day yesterday, so I it did help. It did help with certain things and that, and just being around people having a bit of a sing song, and yeah, it did help. It did help, and I have messaged them to see if there's any extra stuff that I can do within the community or whatever, what they know about. So yeah, I did enjoy going, and it did help with certain things. So I'm trying to do new things and to try to keep my mind active, trying to keep uh, my mental health up and running. I've got the plans for the dressing room and that as well. So the dressing room won't be fully built or anything for another few months, because my mum's going to have to decorate it with me, and I don't know if it's a royal we or whatever, but my mum's going to have to decorate it with me, and I'm going to have to wait until the woodwork and that's been commissioned for it to be finally finished. So I've got add I've got things in the pipeline, and I'm looking at other stuff in that as well. I do have, as I say, a little bit of confusion around my sexuality and gender and that as well, and I do want to explore more my feminine side and wear makeup, heels, women's clothes. Do want to get a handbag and that, so I'll possibly do a tour of what my stuff and that is and that, or what I wear in that when things are built and that, if you want to know. But yeah, I just wear women's clothes because I'm comfortable in that. However, people think that I'm gay because I want to wear women's clothes, and I'm like, I know that I'm attracted to transgender women, but I'm also attracted to cis-born women in that as well. So I am looking at wanting to date and that as well. So yeah, around the dating and around certain areas of my life and that I still want to improve. I still want to date. I'm 33, a virgin, and I've never dated before. Genuinely, I've never dated before. So yeah, I am looking at starting a couple of new trans groups. I'm not sure if I'm transgender yet or how far I want to take it, but there's a couple of trans groups that I've been looking at online. Uh, a few other things have happened with certain services and that, like doctors and that, what I'm not going into on YouTube. But yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit more positive in that. I've got the form sent off to the DVLA regarding my license and that kind of thing. So I do want to start refresher lessons and that, but I'm wanting to go away again for my birthday, but I'm not sure how I will be going away or if I will be going away for my birthday. Just it's going to be a big ask because I need to know what's going to happen with my driving license because with air medical and that I'm going to have so many weeks. I'm going to have so many weeks to get my to get focused on getting my license and that back to get my driving and that up to standards again, and then to do the medical. But to then do the medical and that, but yeah, it's about focusing my mind, keep myself active in that, starting to do things in that again for myself, uh, and starting new groups in that. I am having a couple of issues with a couple of places because some places are saying that the mental health groups are saying that my mental health, they can't support me for the autism side, the autism groups are saying they can't support me for the mental health side, and then others are saying they can't support me for both. So I am looking at working on other things and that as well, and I do have a couple of things in the pipeline of further modifications around the home, and that I am looking at getting my driveway and that done, getting the driveway, some fencing up, a bit of concrete down, just to make it a bit more homely, and to give me a bit more privacy outside because don't have a garden or anything. So yeah, I'm looking at new opportunities in that. I am looking at wanting to date. I'm attracted to transgender women, cis women, um, around similar age as me. On dating sites and that I am putting on 18 to 40, but wanting to meet someone of a similar age and that as well. So yeah, if you want to message me or start working on projects with me or wanting to know what I want to do or have any opportunities for me available, even if you want to work with me uh, around media work or around channel sponsorship or around developing myself or developing you as a company as a whole, I would be willing to do that to help on how the autistic spectrum blends into the LGBT spectrum, and it's caused me a bit of confusion as well because years ago on that I'd read online there was a link between autism and transgender and that kind of thing. People that worked with me at the time said there wasn't. However, my communication therapist said there wasn't, and people said there was. So it's a little bit of a grey area at the moment. So I'm just trying to make people more aware of what's going on and update. Yeah, so I do like church. It did help. Even my nana's used to go to church. She's pleased that I went, and she's glad that I enjoyed it and that. So yeah. Thank you. Bye.